show, Dick. A smash. Totally primo.
I thought so.
Let's not schedule another naval historian anytime soon, shall we?
You didn't like him? The way he told those stories, you could practically smell the sea spray.
Dick, the trouble with history is it's yesterday's news. No suspense. Next week, we have a guy who picks up radio signals with his teeth.
No, we don't. We have the president of the University of Vermont.
Didn't I memo you on that?
Michael, you've been promising to get him for me.
Dick. He has gray hair. This week's guest had gray hair. We never book those 2 weeks in a row. TV taboo.
I don't want a human radio. I want the president of the University of Vermont, and that's final.
Well, Dick, if that's what you want, we'll see. Oh, by the way, there's someone here who wants to meet you.
Not until we finish this.
She's waiting right outside. She seems to be a fan. She thinks you're Tom Terrific.
Really?
Come on in. He's thrilled.
Hello.
Tracy? Dick, Tracy.
Tracy, nice to meet you.
Oh, Mr. Loudon in the flesh. I can't believe this is happening.
Well, neither can I.
I've wanted to meet you ever since I came here with my college media class and saw you interview the Nobel Prize losers. It was like you were speaking to me.
Did you ever catch Dick's interview with a guy who's been hit by lightning 14 times?
You're brilliant. But I guess you hear that all the time.
Well, not all the time. Once or twice. Actually, once.
Gosh, you're just so down to earth. I mean, here you are, this big celebrity, and you see yourself as a regular person.
Well, you know, I gotta be me.
Well, I shouldn't take up any more of your time.
Well, listen, if you want to come back someday and sit in the booth, maybe bring one of your friends from school.
Oh, I'd love to. But I wouldn't bring anybody. I mean, all the kids at school are so, you know, like, immature.
Well, then you come.
Great. Mr. Loudon?
Dick.
Dick. Would you permit me to start a Dick Loudon fan club?
For me?
What a boon for the show. I can see it all. Bumper stickers, balloons, T-shirts, lunch pail.
Oh, no. It would be dignified.
Exactly.
Like if Alistair Cook had a fan club.
That's more the way I see it.
Me too. E pluribus unum.
Then it's okay, Dick?
I guess so.
Great.
Hi, George.
Joanna, we're having our mixed doubles bowling tournament, and I was wondering, would you be my partner? If it's okay with Dick. And you.
Gee, I haven't bowled in a long time. That might be fun.
Oh, boy. It's next Friday at 7.
Friday. I've got a hospital auxiliary meeting at 6, but I could be there by 7:30.
Oh, no. Anyone who isn't laced up by 7 is disqualified.
Oh. I'm sure you know someone else who'd like to go with you.
Well, Dutch will wear a dress, but he's awful hairy.
Well, here I am. Where are those stupid peas I have to shell?
Over there.
Stephanie, you're a woman.
Uh-huh.
Would you be my partner in a mixed doubles bowling tournament?
Are you serious? Me? Wear those shoes?
What's wrong with the shoes?
They've had other people's feet inside them. Feet belonging to people with names like Dottie and Gert. Can you imagine how I'd look in one of those shiny shirts?
Just like everybody else in the alley.
Oh, God, I'd die.
Oh, I'm sorry I asked.
Stephanie, that was really insensitive. You just hurt George's feelings.
I did? Mm-hmm. I was just explaining how I felt about bowling.
And bowlers.
Yeah?
George is a bowler.
Oh. You think he made that connection, too?
I think he did.
Oh, I feel horrible now. Well, thanks a lot, Joanna. I never would have noticed that if you hadn't pointed it out to me.
Hi, honey.
Is that all you brought back? You went to the market with a list a mile long.
Hello.
She wouldn't let me carry them.
Wow, Dick Loudon's kitchen. You know what this reminds me of? All happy kitchens are alike. Each unhappy kitchen is unhappy in its own way.
You've been reading my books.
I love the Tolstoy reference.
Oh, you picked up on that. Not too many people do, and let's lay linoleum.
Dick? Who is this?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Tracy, this is my wife, Joanna, and this is our maid, Stephanie.
Hello.
Hi.
Joanna, you must be a very special person.
Why's that?
Because you're married to me. Stephanie, there are more groceries in the car.
Oh, could I get them?
Well, okay, if it means that much to you.
Stephanie!
Okay.
Dick, who is this girl?
Oh, she's heading up my fan club.
A fan club? You're kidding.
Well, I mean, I am a television personality. It's only natural that I would attract a certain number of fans.
That number seems to be 1. But I think she's really just a college kid with a crush.
Honey, I told you she's only interested in my work.
Well, I'm not sure. I think pajamas, but you'd have to ask him.
I didn't know you had 8x10 glossies of yourself.
Yeah, Tracy wanted them for the membership drive. Michael gave them to her.
What are you writing? Love and Huggaroonies, Dick Loudon?
Michael wrote that one as a sample. I decided to go in a different direction.
See you Sundays at 4, Dick Loudon. Oh!
Maybe I better tone that one down.
An autographed picture of Dick Loudon. I could die. I could just die.
Oh, gee, Dick, could I have a picture of you?
Sure, George.
Got any wallet size?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Oh, there you are, George.
I was just leaving.
George, I think I hurt your feelings yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
Well, that made me feel just terrible. I spent all night going over and over again in my head, rehearsing what I was going to say. So here goes. I'm sorry. If there's anything I can do to make it up, just let me know, okay?
You could go bowling with me.
George, when I rehearsed this, you always said, "Oh, forget it."
Well, I don't know why I'd say that. I still need a bowling partner.
Couldn't I just wax your tools or something?
Oh, forget it.
Okay, you win. But this counts for the next 5 times I hurt your feelings.
You'll go bowling with me?
Keep it down. Someone might hear you.
Right.
And George, one more thing. When we get there, call me Maria.
Oh, hi, Dick.
Hello, Tracy.
I got all kinds of stuff for the club. More photos, applications, and membership cards.
So I see a whole suitcase full.
No, the club stuff's out in the car. These are my clothes. I'm checking in.
Great.
Good morning.
What's all this?
orange juice, blueberry waffles, link sausage, cheese omelet.
That's amazing. This is exactly what my mother used to make for breakfast on my birthday.
I know. By the way, she says hi. Oh, and here's something to enjoy with your meal. The official Dick Loudon newsletter.
The loud and clear.
Too cute?
I'll field this one, honey.
It's fine.
Oh, good. I've been passing them out. Oh, I forgot the English muffins.
What Dick Loudon has to teach us. Have you seen this?
I'm sorry, honey. I was reading Marcia McLuhan versus Loudon, how they stack up. It's a good thing he's not alive. According to this, I make him look pretty silly.
Dick, don't you think this has gone a little too far?
Honey, I really don't see any harm in it.
Joanna Loudon, living in the shadow?
Who's this Dick Loudon?
The innkeeper.
What an egomaniac.
Dick, what's your favorite part of a horse?
I really haven't thought about it that much. Why?
It's this week's trivia question.
Well, then it wouldn't be right for me to tell you the answer. Or possible.
Stephanie, why did Tracy make breakfast this morning?
She wanted to.
We pay you to make breakfast.
So did she.
Hi, Dick, Joanna. Cupcake. Here's some background info on this Sunday's guest.
I don't need it. I know everything there is to know about the president of the University of Vermont.
Crossed wires, Dick.
Who's in here? Radio teeth? Michael, I told you.
Oh, aside to Steph. Good news for Friday night, that Fellini Festival at the Regent. It's finally over. Want to see the Boogans?
This Friday night?
Right. Can you go?
No, I can't.
But Steph, the Boogans.
Michael, don't torture me. I just can't go.
Oh, Stephanie, guess what? I got you your very own...
Cantaloupe! It's my favorite melon. Can't get enough of it. What a find this time of year.
There must be some misunderstanding. That's not a cantaloupe. It's her very own...
Well, got a scoot.
Wait, we haven't settled this.
We had to book the human radio, Dick. He's got a dentist appointment next week, and the poor guy may rinse and spit his career away.
Here are your English muffins with one pat of butter in the center of each so they look like little eyes staring up at you.
She has been talking to my mother.
Dick, you have to talk to her.
Joanna, it's not that easy. She told me that all her life she has never seen anything true. I mean, I just can't ask her to stop now. Besides, this is a hell of a breakfast.
Dick, talk to her. I can't. There.
Maybe I will have a word with her. Tracy, I have to talk to you.
Now?
Well, finish what you're doing. Let's sit down. Tracy, you're probably the best fan I've ever had, but...
But?
Well, it's not so much a but as an albeit. But I think it would be better if you worship someone your own age.
And give up the club?
You don't have a club. What you have is a crush.
Crush? Well, do crushes have membership meetings?
What membership meeting?
We've got one this week. On campus.
When?
Friday. You're going to see some fans there, mister.
Really?
Tons.
Tracy, you and I both... Tons?
Well, we were hoping you'd be the speaker.
Well, I can't disappoint close to a ton of people. Well, I guess this is it.
Honey, I just hope you aren't going to be too disappointed.
In other words, you're assuming that there's not going to be anyone in there.
Well,
You know, honey, it's not inconceivable that there are going to be people in there. Tons.
tons?
Well, a lot. And there wouldn't be anything strange about it. I'm a not unfamous man, okay?
Okay. I just hope you won't be too disappointed.
Well, I have to admit I am a little disappointed, but I think I can live with this.
Oh, Dick, good cheese. Nice turnout.
This is amazing.
Yeah, they've got a Jarlsberg, Gorgonzola, and an incredible brie. This sure beats the Boogans.
Yeah. Oh, welcome to the club. Well, do you have fans or what?
You want to feel that one, Joanna?
Dick, Joanna, this is Rob. He helped me set this up.
Hey.
Same here.
So, Dick, are you ready to speak? Everyone's dying to hear what you have to say.
Let's do it.
You prepared a speech?
Well, I was guardedly optimistic, but apparently with good reason.
Could I have your attention, please? Is everybody having a good time? I'd like to introduce Dick Loudon, the man who made all this possible.
Good evening, all of you, and thank you for that rousing welcome. It's nice to finally come face to face with all of my fans. I'd like to share with you some of the experiences. Excuse me. Could I have your attention, please? Hey! I just like to know how many of you have seen my TV show? How many have read my books? How many of you are here for the free food and beer?
Good.
Thank you very much. That concludes my remarks. Meeting adjourned. I understand refreshments are available. Tracy, could I talk to you for a minute?
Dick, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I just thought if I didn't have some kind of meeting, you'd feel really let down.
No, thank you for sparing me that. You couldn't sign up one member?
It's not like I didn't try.
I guess college people just don't watch my show.
Not just college people. Everybody. White collar, blue collar, old, young, shut-in.
Okay.
But you know, Dick, I've been thinking about what you said the other day, and I realized you were right. The only reason I did all this was to be around you. I didn't have a club. I had a crush.
Tracy, you're a wonderful girl, and I think it's best that you just, get me out of your system and...
Dick, I said I had a crush. I've outgrown it now.
You have.
I was out trying to line up fans, and I started meeting more people at school. They're not as immature as I thought.
Food's gone. Let's go.
Dick, you met Rob.
Hey.
Yeah, we spoke earlier.
I'll never forget you, Dick. Well, better take off. We're going out to throw water balloons and moon cops.
Hey.
Dick, I thought you handled yourself pretty well out there tonight, and you were up against some damn fine cheese.
Go home, Michael.
Roger.
Ready to leave?
Yeah.
You all right?
I'm fine.
You sure?
I'm sure.
I just hope you aren't too disappointed.
I'm disappointed, okay? Very disappointed. I've never been so disappointed in my entire life.
Would a hug-a-rooney help?
Dick?
Oh, hi, Stephanie. How was bowling?
How do you think?
Well, I guess we both had a lousy night.
You go first.
The meeting was a disaster. I don't have any fans.
Is that all? You won't believe what happened to me.
What?
I found out. I like bowling.
Meow.
Uh-oh. Here's another new word I can look up. Mellifluous.
When did you start looking up words, George?
Remember last week when my friend Dutch had his appendix out? I went to the hospital and they said he was in the solarium. Well, a cold chill went up my spine. I said, oh, Lord, Dutch has lost his mind. But you know what the solarium turned out to be?
A sunroom.
That's right. Well, if I'd known that Dutch was just getting a tan, I wouldn't have run screaming down the hall. I looked strange, Dick. That's when I decided from now on I'm going to look up all the words I don't know.
Oh, my marmalade's touching my eggs. I hate that. I hate it. I hate that.
Don't you think Stephanie is being a little too fastidious?
Having high standards. I looked that up yesterday, Dick.
You keep it up, you're going to be a regular thesaurus.
I'll be right back. Dick. Oh, hi, Joanna.
Hi, Michael.
Dick, I have an important question for you. What's your favorite dessert?
Strawberry shortcake.
No, pie.
Gee, I really thought I had that one. Why pie?
Because that's what I told the Pie Bake-Off Committee, and they made you head judge.
Well, I don't want to be head judge.
Who does, Dick? But this is a great opportunity to publicize your show.
Look, Michael, that's not the image I want for the show. It's not dignified. I mean, judging pies is not something that, say, Edward R. Murrow would have done.
I happen to know he would have, Dick.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would.
How can you say that?
Dick, we can go round and round with this all day. The point is, do more of these promotional type events, and we'll be able to attract the big names to Vermont today. Not sleeping pills like that writer we've got Sunday. Gabriella Pudney.
Who?
Exactly.
Michael, can't you get me out of this contest?
It'd be a lot easier if they'd asked for you in the first place, Dick, but you sort of volunteered.
Well, all right, as long as I'm getting what I wanted.
Michael, I thought I heard your voice.
Stephanie, how are you?
I'm okay now, but I had marmalade touching my eggs.
Oh, I hate that. I hate it. I hate it.
Harley? Harley Eston?
Hello, Joanna. Hi, Beaver brother.
Hello, Harley.
Haven't seen you at the Beaver Lodge.
You know, I didn't want to run the risk of over-beavering.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me.
I almost didn't recognize you, Harley. You look really handsome in that suit.
Well, then I've been handsome for 3 days now.
How's the job hunting going?
Pretty good. I got one.
Congratulations. When do you start?
Well, I'm sort of doing it right now.
Exactly what is it you're doing, Harley?
Oh, I've got something for you, and it's got your name on it.
Honey, isn't that cute? He's got a little sales pitch and everything.
Here it is.
This does have my name on it.
Yeah, it's a subpoena.
What? I'm being sued.
For what?
I'll tell you as soon as I find out.
What is it, Harley?
Well, I'm supposed to sell tickets to the Beaver picnic, and I figured, well, 2 birds with 1 stone, you know. Every year, as you know, the Beavers
Harley,
have...
go home.
Okay.
I don't believe this. I'm being sued for plagiarism.
What?
I found out what thesaurus means. What's transpiring here, if I'm not being too much of a thesaurus?
Someone's accusing Dick of plagiarism.
Be right back.
They say I stole how to seal, grout, and plumb your way to a dream bathroom.
Well, that's absurd.
Don't get excited. This happens to writers all the time. Probably just some poor, pathetic, misguided,
They're suing for $500,000.
blood-sucking leech. Nelson, I never heard of this guy. I never read his book. I mean, I thought of this myself. I typed it myself. I'm innocent.
Dick, this is all very useful. A lawyer loves to see this kind of conviction in a client. If I were in your shoes, facing what you're facing, I'd be a quivering mass of nerves.
You would.
See, that's what I hate about this. You're a perfectly nice, innocent man. And this farmer, Whitley McVeigh, comes along. He hasn't written anything in his life. He's got no case whatsoever. But because he's finished with his plowing, he slaps a lawsuit on you. It just galls me, Dick.
I love your conviction.
The man is a nuisance, a nobody, a nothing.
A blood-sucking leech.
Right. Doesn't deserve to share the same planet with you. And the only way to handle a guy like this, Dick, is to settle. Dick, settling is the only way to go.
But I'm innocent.
You're coming at this with a layman's point of view. You're obviously confusing innocent with not guilty.
I guess they're light years apart.
Welcome to my world, Dick. See, what you have here is a large window of vulnerability.
And I don't want that.
See, if we go to court on this, you stand to lose everything you own and everything you love. If we settle.
We'll make them sorry they ever started up with us.
Dick, I hate it too. I mean, seriously, sometimes I don't know why I stay in this profession. It's probably the money.
Yeah, but I don't want to settle. I want to fight it. I want to be vindicated. And I want to send Whitley McVeigh to the gas chamber.
Dick, sit down, please. Now, we have 2 options here. The first option is we settle. Now, I once got a request for $500,000 knocked down to $3,500. Turns out all the guy wanted was a speedboat. Could happen here. The other option the one that you spoke so eloquently for, we go to court. Your name is dragged through the mud. We could end up paying the $500,000. You're branded for life and you never get published again. Now, Dick, I'm flexible on this. Which one sounds good to you?
Well, how's it going?
I don't know. Nelson's making some phone calls. We're going to settle.
What? Dick, you're innocent.
Well, I know, but apparently I'm not guilty.
What are you talking about? I thought this McVeigh guy doesn't have a case.
He doesn't, but it seems I have this big, vulnerable window. Honey, trust me, going to court is the last thing we want to do.
Dick, they won't settle. We go to court.
Dick, have you seen this?
No. Dick Loudon sued for plagiarism. When did they start using red ink?
Actually, honey, the story itself is pretty impartial.
So continued on page 6, see thief.
Well, that's the last time I take my lips to Peterson's drugs and stuff. What? I was buying lip liner this morning, and the pharmacist was telling everybody that he's not surprised you're a plagiarist because he once saw you pocket a roll of lifesavers.
Ernie said that? Can you believe that guy? I mean, for 2 years I've been shopping there. We exchanged Christmas cards. And never in all that time have I once mentioned the fact that he has a nose you could open cans with.
I stood up for you, Dick. I told him you were innocent, and he was petty, and his selection of lip liners was a major disappointment, and I stormed out.
Sounds like you really chopped him off at the knees.
Hi there.
Hi, Michael.
Stephanie, you look beautiful this morning.
Except for my lips.
Oh, yes. They're unlined. Dick, remember that pie judging contest you were so dead set against?
Yeah.
Pulled some strings. Got you out of it. Oh, and that writer you were iffy on, Gabriella Pudney? 86th.
Michael, what's going on here?
Nothing, just trying to keep you happy, Dick.
What if I told you that I wanted to judge the pie contest and I demand to interview Gabriella Pudney?
Well, you couldn't get the pie contest now if you begged. And Gabriella canceled. She said she was afraid you might loot and pillage her life's work. Articulate gal would have made a fine guest.
Who is doing the show?
Actually, Dick, not you.
What?
You mean Dick is fired?
He's not exactly fired, Joanna, more like on leave. In the Army, people clamor for that.
Michael, why is Dick off the show?
Well, some of the guys at the station, not me, feel that a television host has to be welcome in their living rooms, and Dick won't be if they're afraid he might steal an ashtray.
Dick has never stolen anything in his life. This whole thing really stinks.
Joanna, please. Michael, this whole thing stinks.
Michael, I am seeing a side of you that up until now I've managed to ignore. But if the man I love can't support my good friend, then I'm just upset.
Stephanie.
I need some time to think. Don't call me. Don't try to see me. And if you think you can get to me by sending me gifts, I guess I can't stop you.
Good turnout.
Oh, here comes the opposition now.
That's Whitley McVeigh.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to give him a piece of my mind.
No, bad form, Dave. Look, the reason you hired me is because you don't know your way around the courtroom. I do. And you're not to do anything here without my say-so. I am your only friend. You got that?
Got it.
Hey, Ali. Thanks for the opera tickets. They were just great seats.
Glad you could use them.
You want to ask him to sit with us?
Hi, my name is Corky.
Hi, Corky.
I love you very much, and I'd like to go home with you, and I'd like to bring my friend Michael, because he's a swell guy.
Would you please read the letter that was sent to you by Mr. Loudon's publisher?
Dear Mr. McVeigh. Dear. Ha! Thank you for submitting bathroom repair for our consideration. Unfortunately, it does not meet our needs at the present time. Well, you know what this is. It's just another fancy pants way of saying tough darts, farmer.
Mr. McVeigh, tell us, when did you find out about Mr. Loudon's dream bathroom book?
It's about 3 months ago. I went into the hardware store, and I saw this book with a funny-looking guy on the back cover. It was him.
Objection to the characterization of my client as funny-looking.
Sustained.
And then what happened?
Well, I bought the book. It was the same topic as mine. Had same number of chapters, same publisher, same everything. Well, about a week later, it hit me. He stole my book.
Objection.
Sustained.
Your witness?
Thank you. Mr. McVeigh, don't you think that $500,000 is an exorbitant amount of money?
Exorbitant?
Excessive, beyond reason.
Mr. Utley, let me ask you, why does Mr. Loudon require the services of a handyman?
To do stuff around the inn.
But Mr. Loudon is a how-to expert, isn't he? Why doesn't he do stuff around the inn himself?
Well, I never thought about that. I guess maybe it's because Dick isn't real handy.
Oh, he isn't?
No, he does keep saying those who can do, and those who can't write books telling people who do how to do the things they do.
I believe that expression is borrowed from George Bernard Shaw's "He who can does, he who cannot teaches."
No, wait, I think that Shaw guy must have got that from Dick, because that has Dick Loudon written all over it.
Thank you, Mr. Utley. Mr. Loudon, I'd like to read a little to you, if that's all right.
Sure. You have Treasure Island?
No, but you should still find it interesting if I'm reading from your book. To change the faucet handles, simply remove both screws. Do you remember writing that?
Well, it's not my best stuff, but...
How about, you should choose the shower head that's right for you.
Guilty.
And I have one more. Clean the tile carefully with a damp cloth.
That sure sounds like me again.
Your Honor, let the record show that the passages that I have just read aloud, which Mr. Loudon identified as his own, are from pages 6, 14, and 29 of Bathroom Repair, written by Mr. Whitley McVeigh.
Oh, no!
No further questions.
Redirect, Your Honor. Dick, I'm taking a new tack. Stay with me on this. Mr. Loudon, if you wanted to remove the faucet handles in the bathroom, what's the first thing you would do?
Remove the 2 screws.
And if you wanted to advise someone on buying a new shower head, would you recommend that he pick one out that was, say, wrong for him?
Not generally. Most people are happier with, say, one that's right for them.
And what's the best way to clean tile? Send it out to the dry cleaners?
Or you could run it through a car wash. Actually, the best way is to wipe it with a wet cloth.
So when you and Mr. McVeigh were writing these things, you were simply reporting the facts.
With a capital F.
What you're really saying is anyone could have written that book.
What?
Your Honor, I ask you, how can Mr. Loudon have stolen material which he himself admits could have been written by any fool?
Nelson?
By a child of 6. By a monkey with a typewriter. By a child with a monkey with a typewriter. By Mr. Whitley McVeigh. By Dick Loudon. What difference does it make?
Objection.
You're objecting to your own attorney?
Well, they certainly aren't going to object. Your Honor, may I speak?
You may.
Of course, how-to books on the same subject have similar passages. But, I mean, how many different ways are there to, say, remove the 2 screws? Remove one screw, then the other. Remove both screws. See those screws? Take them out. What's the difference? I'll tell you what the difference is. May I please have Exhibit A and B, please?
Please.
I would like to read from Bathroom Repair by Whitley McVeigh. This is the first chapter of his book. Anyone who has a bathroom knows that it needs fixing. This book will help you fix it. But you'll need tools, too. Competent, I grant you. Now, I would like to read the first paragraph in my book. Imagine colors. Smooth and restful. An oasis of shimmering water, deep and cool. Plants of luscious green with bursting flowers. Mirrors bouncing images with a magician's quickness before your eyes. These words only begin to suggest what could be your dream bathroom. And these words are my words.
That's lovely.
Thank you, Mr. Loudon. I think we can dispense with the closing arguments. I am prepared to rule. In my opinion, Mr. Loudon's writing is unique. Cloying, but unique. But none of his book was derived from Mr. McVeigh's manuscript. I find for the defendant. Court adjourned.
Well, Dick, we sure showed them. Arlene, you busy for dinner?
Oh, honey. Oh, I always knew you'd win.
Congratulations.
Yeah, they declared the book mine and bad.
Well, I just hope that Shaw guy doesn't hear about this. We could be back here in a week.
Dick, I'm awfully glad things turn out this way. I always knew they would. In view of this verdict, I'm officially authorized to invite you back into the Vermont Today family. I hope we can let bygones be bygones.
Michael, I don't know. You behaved rather badly. I really...
Come on, Dick.
All right, I forgive you.
Oh.
Well, shall we go home?
No, I've got a better idea. Let's go down to the hardware store and see if they got any of your books.
I still say you stole my book.
Tough darts, farmer.
stupid Vermont.
What on earth happened?
I was pulled over because my headlight or something wasn't working. And when the policeman saw my Rhode Island license, he said it wasn't any good here.
Because it's from out of state?
No, because it's expired.
Stephanie, it's not Vermont's fault that your license expired.
Yes, it is. It was a Vermont policeman who pulled me over. And then he gave me this encyclopedia to study and said I have to take the test Thursday. This Thursday. There isn't enough time.
That's plenty of time to study.
I'm not talking about to study. I'm talking about to get ready for the picture. I'll barely be able to get my hair styled, let alone do my nails.
Your nails won't show. It's just a picture of your face.
Joanna, it shows on my face when my nails aren't done.
Stephanie, everybody's driver's license picture's terrible, but nobody cares. You should see Dick's. Honey, show Stephanie your driver's license.
Honey, you know I don't like to show it to people.
It's just Stephanie. Come on, I'm trying to make a point.
Well?
Well, it's cute.
You think this is cute?
Not Robert Redford cute. More like Mr. Potato Head cute.
That's why I don't like to show it to people.
Thank you, Joanna. I guess if Dick can live with this monstrosity, I can live with it. No, I can't.
Honey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to embarrass you.
A fly in the ice cube. What'll that Dutch think of next?
Hi, George.
Oh, Joanna, Dick, this is Sarah. You know my friend Dutch, the one who's so funny? Well, this is his sister.
It's so nice to meet you. Dutch has told me so much about this inn.
What do you think?
Smells fine. I should have known better than to believe that crazy Dutch.
Oh. Where have you two been?
Oh, George and Dutch and I went over to Fairleigh to go square dancing.
Let's show them that new step you taught me.
Stratford Inn. Oh, hi, Dutch.
He's supposed to be waiting in the truck.
What? There's a missile crisis? You're kidding. You are kidding. Yeah, you really had me going there, Dutch. Yeah, what are you calling about, Dutch? Well, why didn't you just come inside? I guess you're right. A missile crisis is funnier over the phone. All right, goodbye. Sarah Dutch is at the cafe next door. He says if you aren't in the truck in 2 minutes, he's going to write your telephone number in the men's room.
I better go. It was nice meeting you.
Oh, you too, Sarah.
I'll walk you to the door.
I had a real nice time. Now I had a better time.
Well, good night.
George!
Yeah?
You really like Sarah, huh?
Yeah, we kind of been seeing each other for a few weeks now.
George, why didn't you tell us?
Well, I was afraid you'd tease me.
You know we'd never do a thing like that.
No, we never do anything like that, George. She's, pretty special, huh?
Come on, Dick, you said you wouldn't tease.
I'm not teasing.
Well, then how come you're smiling?
We're just happy for you, George.
Now you've got Joanna doing it.
We're sorry, George. She seems very,
You're smiling.
She seems very sweet.
Jeez, can't a guy go on a date without people ribbing him to death?
Looks like George has got a girlfriend.
Let up, will you, Dick?
Well, I'm having a nervous breakdown.
What's wrong?
This. I have tried and tried for 2 days to learn this, and it's impossible. I can't learn these stupid rules. They won't let me drive, and if I can't drive, then my life is over.
Stephanie, relax. You passed a driving test before.
Well,
Well, you have a Rhode Island driver's license.
actually, it was sort of a present for my 16th birthday. Came with the car.
Look, why don't you go upstairs and study a little more, and if you're still having trouble tomorrow, I'll help you.
All right, I'll try. Can't believe my life is ruined because of this stupid Vermont.
Morning, George.
Morning.
Oh, George, looks like you had another date with Sarah last night. Am I smiling? You went out on a date last night?
Yeah, Sarah and I went on a midnight picnic. She says that's the best time to go. All the ants are asleep. She was joking, Dick. You can smile.
George, you certainly look wonderful these days.
Come on, Joanna.
No, really, you and Sarah look like you have so much fun together.
Yeah, we really get along, and we teach each other things, too. That's important.
What kind of things?
Well, she's teaching me to square dance, and I'm teaching her how to rivet.
Well, that'll come in handy when you build your dream house or a bridge.
Well, I think it's sweet.
I've got a lot of work to do. Guess I'd better get along.
Don't you want some breakfast?
No, thanks. I'm not very hungry these days.
Isn't that darling?
What?
George has lost his appetite because he's in love.
Oh.
Remember how you lost your appetite when we first started going out?
Oh, yeah.
I adjusted that shower head and tightened that doorknob.
Oh, good.
What do you want me to do next? Paint the sills or sand that outside banister? I've got sandpaper right in my toolbox, for the banister.
Fine, go ahead, George.
Oh, of course, I got the paintbrush right here with me, too.
It's up to you, George.
You want me to do the sills, don't you?
I don't care, George.
If you want me to do the sills, just say so.
All right, do the sills.
So you're in.
George!
In here, Sarah. Hi. What happened?
Oh, nothing. I got a little splinter from the banister.
I could sand that for you, Dick.
Good idea, George.
You weren't in your room, so I thought I'd try over here. I hope you don't mind, Dick.
Oh, no.
I brought you some muffins, George.
Apple walnut with cinnamon.
No, plain.
Good. My favorite.
Is this your study?
Yes.
Where are the bones? Oh, that Dutch. When will I ever learn?
Don't feel bad. He almost got me with that one, and I live here.
Well, I know you're busy, so I'll run. Oh, George, do you want to go to the movies tonight? Exploding Planet is playing. I hear it's very good.
Oh, that's the one where the planet explodes.
Gee, Dick, now you gave away the ending.
But we can still enjoy it. You want to go?
Well, yeah, sure. That'd be great.
I'll see you tonight. Bye, Dick.
What did I do that for? I don't want to go to the movies with her.
You don't?
No, I got to break up with her.
Why do you want to break up with her?
Because she's getting awfully serious. And I know she likes me more than I like her.
Are you sure?
Yeah, a person knows about things like that. Like the way I know I like you more than you like me.
You don't like me more than I like you?
Yes, I do.
Don't we like each other the same?
Nope. I like you much more.
No way.
Then how come you never come up to my room to see me? I always come down here.
Well, I think a lot about going up to your room, but before I can do anything about it, you're already here.
Well, that's because I know if I don't come here, I'll never see you. And I like you more than you like
George.
me. Dick, I wish you hadn't brought this up now. I've got enough to worry about with Sarah. She's been talking about settling down.
Is that so bad? She's very nice. Joanna and I were talking about
I
it.
know she's nice, and she's pretty, and she's fun, and she's a damn fine riveter. And everybody thinks she's perfect for me, but I don't love her. I want to, but I just don't. I hope this doesn't make you like me any less, because as it is, I like... George, how do you break up with someone, Dick?
You're asking me like I'm some kind of expert.
Come on, Dick. A great guy like you must have hurt someone.
Not really. Well, once.
What happened?
She mowed a tasteless remark on my lawn.
I just hope Sarah doesn't cry and scream and fall down on her knees and beg me to take her back.
George, she's an adult. She wouldn't react like that.
I always do.
There. We got the munchies. Now all we need is a stereo and girls in curlers, and it'd be just like it was when I was in college.
Poor Joanna. Oh, you were describing a happy memory. I'll get some sodas.
Is George still in his room?
Yeah, he never came down to get dinner. This thing with Sarah must have him really confused.
I'm going to go over and talk to him in his room.
You're going to his room?
Yes, I'm going to his room.
Okay, I've just never known you to go there before.
Well, that doesn't mean I can't go now. I mean, he's a friend.
Dick, it's fine with me.
Good. Because I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to go to that meeting. I've just never gotten there.
Maybe you should see a travel agent.
If anyone calls, I'll be in George's room.
You're going to George's room?
Yes! I'm going to be in George's room, okay?
He's been cranky ever since I called him Mr. Potato Head.
Come on, sit down.
Well, I'm feeling better. I think I'm getting the hang of this studying stuff.
Great. How far have you gotten?
I've got the message from the commissioner down pat.
Good. I'll just ask you some questions.
But don't yell at me or I'll cry.
Don't worry. Okay. Is driving in Vermont a right or a privilege?
All right.
Well, it's kind of a right, but it's more of a privilege.
I got it wrong?
Yes, kind of.
I'll never pass this thing. If I can't drive around in a convertible with the wind blowing in my hair, what's the point of having a head?
George?
Dick?
Oh, George, I just thought I'd come up here and visit you in your room.
Well, okay, but next time, could you give me a call first?
You're thinking about Sarah?
Yes, and I figured out a way not to hurt her. Have a seat, Dick. Here's the plan. Sarah and I will never be alone together. All our dates will be double dates. That way she can never start talking about settling down. And we can just go on and have fun and nobody will get hurt. That's the plan. What do you think?
George, I don't think it's a good one.
Really? I think it's foolproof.
Well, George, I see a problem here. I mean, you have a date tonight, just the two of you, alone.
Dick, you want to see a movie tonight?
No, George.
It's Exploding Planet.
No, George, first of all, Joanna is busy helping Stephanie, and second of all, nobody wants to double date with someone who's double dating just to avoid breaking up.
I'm sure you're just saying that to shoot holes in my plan.
George, it's not a plan, it's a hole.
But you have to come. I can't be alone with her tonight. She'll start kissing me and telling me she loves me, and then I'll have to tell her the truth.
George, I can't. I wouldn't feel right.
I guess I understand.
Good, George.
I wouldn't want you to do anything that rubbed you the wrong way.
No, I appreciate that.
I'd do it for you, of course, but that's because I like you more than you.
All right. I'll do it, George.
I've got to go back for the children.
No, there's no time for that. This whole planet's about to explode.
Hope the storm holds off until the end of the picture.
Yeah, that would certainly put an end to this.
Glad you decided to come along at the last minute, Dick.
Yeah, and so am I. I never miss a good exploding movie.
Are you all right, George?
Yeah, I'm just watching the movie. I don't want to miss when, boom. True.
George, I think you're catching a cold.
No, I'm fine. I told you.
I could do this forever.
Whoa, am I hungry? I think I'll run up to the Mr. Wiener stand and get maybe a hot dog.
George?
I know watching people trample each other makes me hungry.
Does anybody else want something?
George, don't go now. I think this is the exciting part.
Oh, all right.
George.
Really? This time I mean it. This whole planet's gonna explode.
George, is something wrong?
No, everything's fine.
George, there is something wrong, isn't there? Is he all right?
He's fine. Tell her you're fine.
I'm fine.
He's fine.
Sarah, I lied.
What?
What?
I'm not fine. Something is very wrong.
George, you had a plan.
What? What's wrong?
Don't be upset, please. I don't think we should see each other anymore. I'm sorry.
Oh, God. Okay. Time for me to make a visit to Mr. Wiener.
Sarah, I was hoping you wouldn't take it this way.
I can't help it. I always cry when my heart's ripped out.
This is ripping my heart out.
Then why did you do it?
Sarah, have you ever bought a hat?
What?
When I go to buy a hat, I'll look over the whole rack, and one of them will seem to say, "Hey, George, I'm the hat for you." And sure enough, when I put it on, there's something about that hat that feels right. It may not be the nicest hat or the prettiest hat. It's just the right hat. Sarah, you're just not the hat for me. I'm sorry. I wish you were saying this to me instead of me saying it to you.
So do I. Because I would have said that you're the hat for me.
Just a minute, Dick. Boy, this is worse than I ever dreamed it would be.
I'm not having such a great night either. What? Are you sure about this?
I hope so. Hold your horses, Dick. Are you all right?
I'm all right. I guess things just don't work out sometimes.
You can come in now, Dick.
You better hurry. This whole planet's about to...
Should have listened to him. Mustard. So, to keep out of the rain, I spent 2 hours at the Mr. Wiener stand.
Honey, it must have been awful.
Well, I got to meet Mr. Wiener. That's not his real name. Kind of an interesting guy. Did you know that until a year ago, there was no legal definition of chili?
Well, how do I look? Absolutely wonderful. Thank you. I'm off.
Good luck on the driver's test. Meow.
Walt, George, you're going to be there next Thursday. Why not? Oh, no, you lost another one? Walt, you got to remember to turn off the milking machine. Well, then don't milk during Family Feud. Well, come anyway. It'll cheer you up. Oh, great. I better go. I got about 1 million beavers to call. Bye.
Something going on at the lodge?
Sure is. Next week, we're honoring our Man of the Year, and guess who's our Man of the Year?
You.
Whoa, talk about woman's intuition.
It's here. It arrived.
What on earth is that?
DeForest Cosmetics. And it's all mine.
Stephanie, where did you buy all this?
I didn't buy it. It was free. One starter kit. Another one. Another one. Oh, Lord, I love this country.
Stephanie, that's an awful lot to get for free.
Isn't it? Moisturizer, blusher, apricot scrub.
Is this your signature on this contract?
I didn't sign a contract. I filled out a coupon.
According to this, one of the kits is your free gift. You have to sell the others or pay for them. $625.
That sounds like a catch.
Yeah.
Well, that's mean. I don't have that kind of money.
Well, then I guess you'll have to sell them.
Sell them? Joanna, I'm a buyer by birth. Can you picture these hands making change?
Selling isn't so bad, Stephanie. It's just, well, you know, talking to people and getting them to see that they need your product.
Oh. Joanna, would you like to do something about those crow's feet?
Stephanie, I'm willing to buy one of the kits, and I do not have crow's feet.
If I agree with you, will you take 2?
Just one.
Well, when One kitten, 1 second. Maybe I am good at this.
Well, so far, I've got Harley and Dwayne and Walt. Oh, by the way, Walt killed another cow. Yeah, family feud again.
Hi, honey. What's the box?
Just Stephanie's makeup.
Ah.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't asked him yet. Yeah, he's right here. I'll let you know. Bye.
Ask me what, George?
Dick, next Thursday, the Beavers are honoring their Man of the Year. And guess who's the Man of the Year?
Oh, no, not me.
No, me.
Well, congratulations, George. You must feel very honored. I know I would.
I do. They're going to have a roast for me. You know, a big dinner where people tell jokes about me. I've been on the phone all day inviting everyone.
You're inviting people to your own roast?
Yeah, it's part of the honor. I also get to buy the food and put up the decorations.
That's a lot of honor.
And Dick, I'd like you to come. I know you don't like the Beavers, but...
George, why do you think that?
You never come to any of the functions.
George, we went to the picnic last summer, remember?
Yeah, I was teamed in the three-legged race with Al Sweaty Whitlow.
Well, but that's the last one you went to.
Yeah. Well, George, since it is your night, I'll come.
Oh, Dick, that's great. And you'll be a speaker, too?
You mean tell jokes? George, you know, I'm not really good at that sort of thing.
Sure you are. You'll have them rolling in the aisles.
Well, the Beavers are always rolling in the aisles.
Oh, do it, Dick. It'll be fun.
That's what you said about the picnic.
Come on, Dick, do it for me.
George, you really want me to roast you?
Like a pig.
Since you put it that way.
Terrific. I better get started. I've got a podium to build. Do I know how to give a roast or what?
George, Huntley is so pleasant that... So nice. So affable. So what? Hello? Oh, hi, Mr. Burgess. Thank you for calling back. Yeah, I know you're an old school chum of George's, and I figured maybe you might have some funny stories about things that George did. He forgot his hat one day. What else? The hat was it. Yeah, a side splitter was the word I was thinking of, too. Thank you very much.
Consumer, you know, a woman's face is her calling card, and it's important.
Stephanie, Joanna already has one of your makeup kits.
Yeah, and she loved it. I think she's almost used it all up.
After 3 days?
Oh, right. The stupid stuff isn't moving. I don't understand it. DeForest is the best makeup you can get. I wear it. I thought everybody would want to look like me. If I weren't me, I would.
Well, maybe you just haven't tried hard enough.
Are you kidding? I have spent the entire morning knocking on doors, and everybody just keeps telling me I'm a pest. When are we getting some new guests?
Hi, all.
Hi, George. You wouldn't want to buy some makeup, would you?
Okay.
George, what are you doing? You don't even have a girlfriend.
I'm not dead, Dick.
That'll be $24.95.
Gee, that's pretty steep. Oh, it's DeForest. Well, that's the best you can get.
My first non-sympathy sale.
Is this the shelf that's loose?
Yeah.
Are you working on the stuff for my roast?
Yes, I am, George.
Can I take a peek?
Well, it's a little rough.
George Utley is so... That's good!
George, it doesn't have a punchline yet.
Well, with a start like that, maybe you won't need one. Boy, Dick, 20 more like that, maybe even a couple with endings, we got ourselves a roast. Boy, that husband of yours.
It's going well?
Yeah, I'm the king of the half-liners. I just can't think of anything funny to say about George. I mean, he's such a nice guy. I mean, George really lends himself more to a eulogy.
Funny things you could say about George.
Not alive.
Oh, come on. What about that time he went to Boston and he brought back a can of baked beans?
What about it?
Well, that was a cute story.
George isn't very well traveled. I might be able to use that.
There you go. I gave you the beginning. You just have to tack on an ending.
Endings.
And you talk about slow. George is so slow one day in school he forgot his hat.
Boy, that hat story. Will I ever live that down? Our next speaker is a good friend of George's. Welcome, Harley Eston.
A Frenchman, an Englishman, and George go to a doctor, and the doctor tells them they have 6 months to live, and they can have anything they want. Then the other two guys say some stuff that isn't so funny. But then George says, I want to see another doctor. George isn't married, but if he was, his wife would be fat. How fat? Oh, let's see. So fat she'd need her own area code. If I could get serious for a moment. As you all know, I've been working down at Ferguson's feed store. Well, that is until today. There was a slight accident. I never knew oats were combustible. Anyway, I'm sort of out of work again. Well, so is everyone down at Ferguson's. So if you know of any openings, I'm especially interested in the fence-related industries. But enough about me. Let's hear it for this crazy nut bucket here.
Is this one for the Beaver Book of Memories or what? I tell you, I laughed so hard, I sneezed beer right through my nose.
Dick, you remember Sweaty Whitlow, don't you?
I'm starting to, yeah.
Well, I better get back to my chair. I hope this night never ends.
Seems like it won't.
Judging from this next speaker's attendance at our functions, I'd say he's not an eager beaver.
This could be you, Dick.
He's George's employer. Welcome, Dick Loudon.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair Beaver. Tonight we're honoring George Utley as Man of the Year. It just goes to show what kind of a year we've had. George is something of a homebody. I think the furthest he ever traveled was around a Monopoly board. I don't want to say that George is not well traveled, but recently he did complain of tractor lag. As you all know, George isn't the greatest dresser in the world. I understand they're making a movie about him called Dead Men Do Wear Plaid. George isn't known as an intellectual, but he just completed work on a book. He did a pretty good job, too, except he colored the grass red. You would not go far that night. You
Whoa, I take it the roast went well last night.
I only killed him. This mouth is now a registered weapon.
Oh, well, I bet George was delighted.
I didn't get a chance to talk to him. He had to wash the mugs and then return the rented chairs.
Part of the honor?
Yeah.
Excuse me, young lady. Is your mother here?
My mother?
Joanna, is that you? You look 20 years younger. Must be that new DeForest Cosmetics starter kit you've been using lately. Stephanie, would you believe this lady is 62 years old?
I'm not 62.
No, she doesn't feel 62. Not since achieving that youthful glow.
I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone. The medicine show is over. Please just ignore this.
Dick, please. They were reaching for their wallets.
I want you to stop bothering our guests.
And I'll never sell these. And they'll drag me off to jail, and I'll only get to wash my hair once a week, and I'll die.
Oh, morning, George.
Morning, Joanna.
Morning, George.
Morning.
Sounds like you had quite a roast last night.
Yeah, great. Listen, I'd like the day off. I think I'll wander down to my secret fishing hole.
Well, whatever you want, George. Are you okay?
Well, you might say I have a touch of tractor lag.
Tractor lag? What was that all about?
Oh, that was in one of the jokes I told.
Well, George seemed kind of upset about it.
Well, I don't know why. He seemed to be having a good time last night.
Well, what did you say?
I just told a couple harmless jokes like everyone else, only funnier.
Like what?
Well, like I said, said George is somewhat of a homebody. I think the furthest he's ever traveled was around a Monopoly board. And I said George is working on a book, but he colored the grass red. And I said they're doing a movie about George, and it's called Dead Men Do Wear Plaid.
What?
Dead Men Do Wear Plaid. You know, he wears that shirt all the time.
So, in other words, you called him a dim-witted, pathetically dressed yokel.
Well, you know, it was all in there. Hello? Oh, hi, Joe. No, he just went fishing. Has he made up his mind about what? Well, there must be some mistake. George is happy here. Not anymore. I'll tell him you called. That was the Prescott Hotel. George applied for a job there this morning.
Oh, no. Well, I hope you're satisfied, Mr. My Mouth is a Weapon.
Look, honey, if anyone is looking for me, I'll be down at George's secret fishing hole. Where is George's secret fishing hole? Hi, George.
How did you find my secret fishing hole?
I just asked around at the end.
Who knew?
Everyone. Are the fish biting?
Not yet.
Mosquitoes sure are. You mind? George, Are you thinking about leaving the Stratford?
What would give you an idea like that?
You got a call from the Prescott Hotel.
Dick, I don't know if this is the right time to bring this up, but I'm thinking of leaving the Stratford.
Well, George, if it's because of anything I said last night, I hope you'll forgive me.
Mosquito. You really hit on some sore spots last night, Dick.
I didn't do anything except what everyone else was doing. I mean, Dwayne called you slow and Dutch called you knucklehead.
Well, those guys are buddies. They always kid me. You've never done that. When you said those things, they sounded so true.
Yeah, but I'm your buddy too. And you're mine, and those jokes were done out of affection.
You wouldn't like it if I did jokes about your shortcomings.
That wouldn't bother me because, I'd know the spirit they were being done in. What shortcomings?
Oh, I could mention that you're a neatness freak.
That wouldn't bother me.
What if I told people about the time you threw the lint fit?
That wouldn't bother me.
And how many guys refuse to go to baseball games because they're afraid of being hit by a foul?
A lot of people every year are seriously injured. I got a fish.
No, you don't. That's a branch.
Are you crazy? It's fighting me.
No, it's not. You're fighting it. It's just a branch.
George, I'm telling you, I'm on the business end of Moby Trout.
You want me to clean that for you?
I guess it's too small. I guess the Prescott offered you more money?
Lots more.
Well, the point is...
And a suite.
Well, all that I'm trying to say...
Cable TV, too.
The Prescott's a big hotel. I couldn't match their offer, but... You and I are friends, and I'd hate to lose you. And the inn sure could stand a guy who could tell a fish from a branch.
Well, if I turned down the Prescott Hotel with a suite and all that money, wouldn't that be kind of dumb?
Sure sounds dumb.
Then I'm dumb. Looks like you got a story for the next roast. Of course, I've always got the branch story.
Well, why don't we catch us some fish?
Hold it, Dick.
George, all of those were mosquitoes, right?
Well, that one was.
Meow.
I'm Stuart Cogswell, and I have a reservation.
Oh, yes. You'll have to excuse me, Mr. Cogswell. Today is our maid's day off. It's the only chance I have to get the cleaning done. Here you go.
Thank you.
I'll get our handyman to carry your things upstairs for you.
That's okay. I prefer to carry my bags myself. See, it's easier.
Mr. Cogswell, I ought to tell you that we can't allow pets.
You can't? Well, good policies. You know, I hate them. Yeah.
This might sound nitpicky, but that box does look like it could contain a yucky pet.
Don't be silly. No, you see, this is socks.
Then why are there air holes?
I didn't say they were clean.
Room 7.
And this, of course, is the lobby.
Oh!
Actually, you were here before. This is where you checked in.
And I still love it.
Well, feel free to hug a wall. What's all this?
I'm trying to get some cleaning done.
Oh, right. This is Stephanie's day off.
Say, Dick, you know those Celtics tickets you were trying to get, and I said I could get them for you? Well, guess what?
You got them.
No. But my friend Dutch did, and he gave them to me.
Thanks, George.
Say, Dick, I couldn't help noticing there are 2 tickets there. Were you planning to take anyone in particular?
Yeah, George, I was planning on taking you.
Oh. Well, it's kind of last minute, but okay.
Mr. Loudon, you've done such a fabulous job of preserving this place. You're just wonderful.
Well, the guest is always right.
Mr. Loudon.
Or you can call me Mr. Wonderful.
Well, they'd like us to stick with the name on the arrest warrant.
Arrest warrant?
You're arresting Dick?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Well, what did he do?
I didn't do anything. What did I do?
Well, you held up a liquor store.
What?
Oh, sorry, wrong warrant. Apparently you failed to pay some parking fines.
Well, that's more like it.
There must be some mistake. I had a couple tickets, but I paid them.
I never get tired of hearing that one. But just the same, you're going to have to come down to the station with me.
I'll follow you down.
You'll probably want to bring some money, ma'am. Or his toothbrush, depending on how badly you want him back.
Look, I'm sorry about this. We'll be back before you know it.
Well, just in case you're not, Mr. Loudon, thanks for everything. You have a lovely hideout.
Now, Dick, just try to cool down.
I don't want to cool down. I was arrested in front of my guests. I was thrown in a cell with a guy who actually smelled like it could have been Jack Daniels. and then the judge fined me $275 for a crime I never committed.
Well, I believe you, honey, but that was no reason to lose your head outside the courthouse.
Honey, in this great country of ours, civil disobedience is a birthright. Besides, I don't think the judge even saw who threw that snowball.
Dick, isn't it remotely possible that you forgot to pay those parking tickets?
No, and I'm going to prove it. Out of my way.
Who are you talking to?
A chair.
Oh, hello, Mr. Cogswell.
Oh, hi. Gee, I didn't see you standing there.
I've been on a diet. What's that?
Oh, well, I got a little hungry, so I fixed myself a snack.
Raw liver?
Yeah, it's my one weakness. You'd be amazed at how many restaurants overcook it.
Aha!
Aha, what?
Aha, I was right. I did pay those traffic fines. I had to cancel checks here. Now maybe the judge will listen to reason.
Assuming he's gotten all the snow out of his ear.
I was aiming for his hat.
Dick, honey, don't you think you should wait until you're in a less vengeful mood?
I'm not vengeful. I'm simply going to go down to the courthouse and lay the canceled checks out one by one under the beak of that black-cowed, pompous toad of a judge.
Boy, did I take the right day off or what?
So how was skiing?
Wonderful. I had a lesson with the single most gorgeous ski instructor on this planet, Wolfgang.
Stephanie?
Oh, he doesn't mind. Do you, Wolfie?
9. Where's Dick? We've got to try this out on him.
You won't believe what happened. Dick was arrested.
Arrested? For what?
Failure to pay parking fines. But it's just a misunderstanding. He's gone to straighten things out. Michael, you want to stay for lunch?
No, thanks. I nibbled Steffi's ear on the chairlift. Why the long face, Ingrid?
Michael, do you remember when Dick and Joanna went to that writers' conference in New York?
How could I forget? That's the week we had to replace Dick's show with that Munster rerun. Monster ratings.
Well, while they were gone, I borrowed Dick's car, and I got some parking tickets that I guess I forgot to tell him about or pay.
Bad form, Steph. Why were you using his car? It's American, isn't it?
I was buying shoes. I needed a wagon.
Well, you had a perfect explanation.
So you don't think he'll be mad?
At that little nose?
You're right. I was being a dumkopf.
Oh, sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Loudon. I hope this won't take too long. I've got a splitting headache. Someone beamed me with a snowball this morning.
Kids.
Well, what can I do for you?
Judge Drayton, I'm sure you're probably a decent guy, but your decision this morning really sucked rope. You're on.
To tell you the truth, Mr. Loudon, you're right.
I am?
Yeah, in reviewing your file, I found a serious oversight. You were fined $275. It should have been $300.
What?
It's time I got a new calculator. This old one, sucks rope, is it?
But I'm not guilty. As a matter of fact, you're guilty of false arrest.
Excuse me?
I have here 3, count them 3, canceled checks made out to the municipal court for parking violations. 1, 2, 3. Read them and weep.
Well, I'll be. You did pay them.
Surprise, surprise.
But unfortunately, you failed to pay 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, and 6.
Surprise.
But I never got those. This is an outrage. You should be disrobed.
Mr. Loudon, you seem to have a slight attitude problem. Obviously, just fining you wasn't enough. Maybe some community service work would do you good.
Community service work?
Yes, that's where you cheerfully donate all your free time for some community improvement project.
You can't do that to me.
I'm a judge. You start tomorrow.
But I'm busy tomorrow. I have tickets to the Celtics game.
You do? You're a lucky man. Well, you were.
But I'll miss the game. This is a travesty of justice. What I'm trying to say is, I don't have an attitude problem anymore.
You may not, Mr. Loudon, but there's one thing that community service will do.
What's that?
It'll keep you too busy to throw any more snowballs.
Hi, honey. Did you get everything straightened out with the judge?
Oh, yeah. I felt so bad. He's gonna let me paint the town hall.
What?
He sentenced me to 20 hours of community service work starting tomorrow. Claims I have a bad attitude. Can you believe that jerk?
Does this mean you're going to miss the game tomorrow?
What a jerk. I'm so mad I could kick something.
Well, I don't understand. Didn't you show him the canceled checks?
Of course I did. Then he showed me 3 more tickets I don't even remember getting. Unless...
Don't look at me.
George, what about you?
I'll need to hear the whole question, Dick.
Did you get any parking tickets with my car?
Don't look at me.
All right, I'm going to tear my fouls apart, but I'm telling you, I never got tickets 4, 5, and 6.
Did I hear Dick come back?
Out of my way.
Who's he talking to?
A chair. I wouldn't go in there if I were you.
Why not?
Because the judge sentenced Dick to 20 hours of community service. He's madder than I've ever seen him.
Aha!
Aha, what?
Aha! I finally found something to kick. George, if you get a chance, you might take a look at the desk, and honey, if you get a chance, you might take a look at my foot. You start up with me.
Stephanie, you didn't get any tickets using Dick's car, did you?
Why would I use Dick's car? It's American.
Oh, of course. Stephanie, is anything wrong?
Why would you think that?
Well, you're working. Hard.
It'll pass.
Hi, Mrs. Loudon. Can Steffi come out and play, or is she grounded?
Grounded?
Michael!
Whoa. Turbo kiss. Nice jumpsuit, Dick. Midlife crisis?
No, they have this rule that says if you do community service work, you have to look like the village idiot.
Community service work?
You know, for those parking violations Dick got.
Allegedly got.
Ah. Oh. Listen, Steph, I'm feeling madcap today. What say we try out that new hair salon?
No, I'm just going to stay here and work.
Poor Steph. How about if I bring you back a lock of my hair?
Okay.
Remember, you've got that cute little nose. No one can take that away from you.
Here's your lunch, honey.
Joanna, I was ordered to do community service work, not impersonate Ralph Cramden. George.
Yeah, Dick?
You may as well give this Celtics ticket to somebody else.
Oh, gee, Dick, maybe you could talk to the judge one more time.
George, if I try to prove my innocence anymore, I'll wind up on death row.
Dick!
What?
Have fun.
Yeah, we're talking Mardi Gras.
Mr. Coxwell, where are we off to?
We? Oh, yeah, well, I thought I'd, take in the sights.
Your socks should enjoy that.
Yeah, they sure could use some fresh air.
Mr. Coxwell, it's painfully clear that you are hiding something. I don't think there are socks in here. I think that what's in here is nothing.
Suppose there's a rule against that, huh?
Oh, Mr. Coxwell, I'm so sorry. I was sure you were hiding a pet in here. I'm just so embarrassed.
I don't know what to say. I hope you'll forgive me. Oh, here, have a postcard.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
George.
Yeah?
Did you ever get punished when you were a child?
Well, sure. Didn't everyone?
Not me.
Never?
Not even the time I cut leather doll clothes out of the upholstery in my father's Rolls Royce.
And he didn't punish you for that?
He gave me a pony.
Whoa.
He said I'd shown ingenuity and imagination. Well, I had, you know.
Boy, if I'd ever done anything like that, my father would have taken me out to the woodshed and smoked my behind but good.
Gee, he must have really hated you.
No, he loved me.
But he got so angry?
Oh, yeah, but after a couple hours, he'd be saying, "Hey, George, you want to play some catch?"
And you'd go play with him and everything would be fine again?
Well, first I'd throw the ball over his head a few times and make him kick. Then everything would be fine.
George, could I have that extra basketball ticket? I have somebody I want to give it to.
Sure.
And tell Joanna I had to go out for a while.
Where shall I tell her you went?
To the woodshed.
You missed a spot.
I didn't miss a spot. This is cheap paint.
Oh, and I guess you better give it a second coat when you're through. Well, I better pick up some brewskis. You guys are coming over to watch the Celtics game this afternoon.
I had tickets to that game.
Looks like you paid for the wrong tickets.
Wrong tickets, huh?
Hi.
Hi, Stephanie. What are you doing here?
Oh, I thought I'd just, drop in and say hi, see if you needed anything. Possibly throw myself at your feet and beg you to please, 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 please forgive me.
Should this be making sense?
Dick, do you remember when you and Joanna went to that writers' conference in New York and you took her car?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't take your car.
So I didn't take my car.
You'll never believe what I did.
Try me.
I borrowed your car.
Ah. Then what happened?
I got some parking tickets.
Ah. Why didn't you pay them?
I was going to, but there was this series of monetary disasters.
Oh. Like what?
Well, my hairdryer died. And I had an overdue phone bill. You have to pay those or you can get in really big trouble.
Really?
Yeah. And as if that wasn't enough, Callum's had this huge sweater sale.
A sweater sale is not a disaster.
It would have been if I hadn't gotten this purple one.
Let me get this straight. You borrowed my car, ran up some tickets, didn't pay them, didn't bother to tell me, let me take the rap, so I'm standing here in this silly jumpsuit and missing the basketball game of the century.
That's pretty much it. I'm glad you're taking it like this. I was afraid you were going to yell.
I'm too mad to yell.
Well, that's sure a relief.
I don't believe this. How could you not tell me?
I was going to tell you, but you were so mad. You had this look in your eye. That's the one.
And the longer I waited, the harder it got.
That is no excuse.
Well, it would be a lot easier for a person to do the decent thing if they made it more fun, you know.
Stephanie, do you have any idea the trouble you've caused? I bushwhacked a judge.
I'm going to tell him everything on Monday. And here, you can still make the game.
No, I can't. If Judge Drayton finds out I left here, he'll sentence me to 15 years in the electric chair.
Well, I guess if anyone has to paint this place, it should be someone else.
Like who?
Okay. I'll paint it for you. But it's not fair. George got to play catch.
I'd ask what that means, but I have a tip-off to miss.
Dick? Do you forgive me?
Okay. Meow.
Here are your eggs. They may be cold. I was on the phone.
Funny eggs, George?
Just thinking about my crazy friend Dutch. He did it to me again.
What did he do this time?
We were having dinner last night in this real fancy restaurant. Well, I went over to put money in the jukebox. While I was gone, Dutch poured milk all over my dinner.
George, that sounds terrible.
Well, thank goodness you can't ruin steak.
George, he's always pulling that sort of thing on you. Don't you ever want to get back at him?
Dick, revenge is childish.
Honey, sometimes you have to fight milk with milk.
Here you go.
Miss,
All right, you want a juice.
and breakfast.
One thing at a time.
Wonder if I could pull a trick on Dutch. Nah, I could never fool him. I don't think I could fool anybody.
Oh, sure you could, George.
Dick?
Well, you ought to try. You might surprise yourself. Hey, George, can I have the salt?
Sure.
Thank you.
Gotcha!
George, you ruined my breakfast.
You said I could do it, and I did. Thanks, Dick. You've given me hope.
Pepper?
Hi, all.
Hi.
Got a cup of decaf for a hungry soldier? Dick, here's that material on Sunday's guest.
Oh, thank you.
Here you are.
Oh, and could you put sugar in it?
Michael, would you care for some breakfast?
Love to, but I can't stay. I'm interviewing receptionists.
Interviewing receptionists? For what?
For a receptionist. We need one at the station. Well, I'm off.
What does your receptionist do?
Well, basically, she answers the phones and puts on a pretty face for the public.
Miss, could I have some more coffee?
Michael, I want that job.
What about your job here?
Yeah.
This job sounds better. Well, no offense, Dick. But if I was a receptionist, I'd earn more money. I'd get to wear nice clothes when I work. I'd be around you all the time, and I wouldn't have to stick my hands in anything porcelain. What do you say?
Well, it's fine with me, but what about...
Oh, Dick and Joanna, you guys are responsible for every good thing that's ever happened to me. You gave me a home when I didn't have one, and a job when no one else would, and you even introduced me to Michael. I just wish there was something I could do to show you how much I appreciate it, but there isn't, so I quit, okay?
Sentiment like that is thanks enough.
Well, then let's do it. And you can start first thing in the morning, Miss Vanderkellen.
See you then, Mr. Harris. Oh, Michael! My very own name. This calls for a kiss. Oh, a TV. It's the news.
I hate it too, Steph. Just a bunch of Captain Bringdowns.
Well, what else is on?
Whoa, Steph, don't touch that dial. This is Channel 8, so this must always be Channel 8.
Well, can you tell them to stop doing the news?
I can ask. Oh, now this is sort of your command module. Basically, the job is meeting and greeting the public. When people come in, find out who they are, send them where they're going, and then give them one of those patented Stephanie smiles. Well, as they say in show business, let's start work.
As the experiments has not yet been completed. One gerbil had lost itself to plant facet, and scientists have not yet been able to coax it out. And now, with the WPIV editorial, here's News Director Philip Jenkins.
Welcome to Channel 8.
Hi, I'm Steve. I'm supposed to be on your news program, and I'm late. Where do I go?
Oh, that's easy. It's down the hall and to the left.
Thanks, miss.
Michael, call for you in line 1. You're welcome. Hi, it's me. Yeah, I am a scamp. Could you come out here for a minute, please? Very important.
What is it, Steph?
Time for your mid-morning kiss.
Oh, Steph, you turn the volume down.
Let the voice of Steve be heard!
Oh, no.
What about my kiss?
Our society is fallen into fragments. Mother's Day shouldn't come but once a year. It should come twice. Let go of me.
Hi, Dick. Welcome to Channel 8.
Hi, Stephanie.
How am I doing?
I just got here.
I know.
What do they have on? Tag team wrestling?
Let go of my foot.
I'll tell you, let go of my hair.
That's Michael.
And Steve.
Not Steve.
WPIV editorial. Channel 8 welcomes opposing viewpoints from responsible persons.
Steph.
What?
Now, don't be defensive. But you can't just let every crazy off the street and into the studio. Part of your job is to screen people. Normal people like me and Dick, you let in. Very crazy people. Like Steve, you call the police. Okay?
Are you unhappy with me?
No, otherwise you're doing terrific. Dick?
Right. Welcome to Channel 8 was right on the money.
Hi, Joy. Any luck finding the new maid?
No, the ad ran in the paper this morning, but nothing yet.
Well,
What's all this?
I finally figured a way to get Dutch. We're going bowling this afternoon. Now, picture this. First chance I get, real casual, like I'll say, Dutch, a piece of gum? Sure, I'll have some gum. That was Dutch talking, girl, huh? Oh, is that hot? It's pepper gum. Then, when he looks around for something to drink, I'll give him this. Thanks, buddy. Get it? It's a dribble glass. Now he's got juice all over him, and when he looks around for something to wipe it off with, I'll say, here, use my handkerchief. You're a lifesaver, George. Boy. But it's a gag handkerchief. Now his shirt's all stained, his hands and face are black, and his mouth is burning. Is he going to look like a fool or what?
Yes.
Thanks. That's all I wanted to know.
Harley Heston?
Hi, Joanna. Hi, Beaver brother.
Hi, Harley. You're looking good.
Well, thanks.
You too. Can I do something for you?
Well, actually, I'm here to see Joanna.
Okay. Then I better go find some turpentine. They say this stuff is impossible to get off.
What is it, Harley?
Well, I saw your ad in the paper, and I'm applying for the position.
Of maid?
Yep, I'm your man.
But I thought you had a job.
Yeah, I was in door-to-door sales. But a surprising number of people don't like to buy veal door-to-door.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, when that fell through, I got kind of despondent. But then I saw your ad, and it was like a beacon.
Harley, do you know anything at all about being a maid?
No. Why? Is that a job requirement?
Well, kind of.
Oh dear. I suppose now if I told you I knew all about it, you'd know something was afoot.
Yes.
But I can learn. Every bird has to fly for the first time. Except penguins.
Harley, this doesn't seem...
I work real hard.
I know.
I'm awful nice to be around.
Oh, Harley, I'm sorry. I just don't think it'll work out.
Oh, that's okay. I guess in this world, somebody's got to be the penguin.
You want to talk to Michael? Could I ask who's calling? Mimi? He's not in. As a general rule, he's not in for anyone named Mimi. I'm sorry, I don't have time to take a message. I have to get back to my filing.
That was pretty rude, wasn't it?
She certainly was. Excuse me. You can't go in there.
I beg your pardon.
Every crazy on the street is trying to get in here. I'm under specific instructions to keep them out.
Do I look crazy to you?
I guess not. Though I can't explain that dress.
For your information, I paid $200 for this dress.
Then you are crazy. You can't go in here without...
Who are you?
I'm Stephanie, the receptionist.
Who hired you?
My boyfriend?
Who's your boyfriend?
Who wants to know?
The station manager.
Do you work for him?
I am him.
I have to go to the ladies' room.
Stephanie? Oh, hi, Fran. I like the peekaboo look.
Your girlfriend is a dreadful receptionist, and she tore my dress. Dump her.
Fran, I'm not sure those sound like reasons to break up with the girl.
Well, I don't care if you break up with her. I just want you to fire her.
Oh. Oh.
Interview questions for microbiologist Dr. Georgia Duckett. Question number 1. Tell me, Georgia,
Dick, we have a problem.
Really? What is it?
Fran says I've got to fire Stephanie.
Michael, that doesn't sound like a problem we have. What happened?
How should I know? We're probably into the incompetence thing. Dick, I can't fire my steady.
Oh, it isn't going to be easy. She loves it here.
You don't suppose you could offer her a massive raise to come back as a maid?
Then I'd be into the incompetence thing.
Dick, if I fire her, she'll hate me.
She won't hate you. I mean, not if your relationship has any depth or maturity.
Well, Dick, now you're just scaring me.
Michael, there's some things you just have to work out for yourself.
Thanks a lot, Dick. You can buy pillows that say that.
Where was I? Rewind.
Boy, what a first day in the job.
Yeah, I hope you aren't too disappointed.
Are you kidding? I love this place.
You do. Didn't you talk to Michael?
Yeah, just now. Isn't it exciting
What is?
that I've been promoted?
Promoted to what?
Your secretary.
Right. Would you wait here for just a second?
Yo.
You are the lowest form of life. Do you know that? You're a miserable, sneaky, conniving coward.
Problem, Dick?
You know it. You told Stephanie she was going to be my secretary.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Dick, but haven't you been begging for a secretary?
Not Stephanie.
Why not? She's an experienced receptionist.
She's been a receptionist for 90 minutes.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you just give her a chance?
No.
Well, then I guess you'll just have to fire her.
No way you fire her.
Dick, I can't. I know Stephanie. Lips that give notice will never touch hers. Basically, you've got a lot less to lose.
Look, I'm not going to be the one to fire her so you can have happy lips.
Great, then she'll stay.
She can't. She'll keep showing up here every day at the office, and we'll still have a problem.
Gotta be honest with you, Dick. It doesn't seem like a problem we have.
Stephanie, I think we better... What are you doing?
I'm typing up your notes for you.
What notes?
Georgia?
You don't have to do that.
Oh, I don't mind. I'm fulfilling myself. This morning, receptionist, and now secretary to an on-air personality. This is great. I finally found something I'm good at.
Georgie on my mink? Stephanie, maybe you still haven't found that elusive something you're good at.
What do you mean, Dick?
What I mean is you're not going to be my secretary.
I'm not.
No.
Am I going to be promoted again?
No.
Then what am I going to be?
Fired.
What?
Michael was supposed to fire you as receptionist.
Michael wanted to fire me?
No, the station manager told him to, but he couldn't do it, so he hired you as my secretary.
Oh. Well, who's making you fire me? The station manager?
But, no.
Not Michael.
No.
Well, that certainly narrows it down.
Michael was supposed to fire you in the first place.
But he's too much of a man to do your dirty work. Well, I hope you're happy. You're to blame for all this. I don't have a job. I have no money. I have no future. And I have a gray hair.
Stephanie, please don't cry.
There's nothing sadder than a perky blonde on the skids.
Look, how about you come back to the inn and work for us?
As what?
As the maid.
But I've done that.
Not really.
I can't go back to maid's work. That was just taking orders. Here at the station, I had responsibility.
But here at the station, you don't have a job.
I have my memories.
How about me giving you a raise, say 10%?
I don't want your guilt money.
It's not guilt money. We need you. I mean, the place hasn't been the same since you left this morning.
You're just saying that.
No, I'm not. You're the best gosh darn maid we've ever had.
So you really do need me?
Yeah.
Then I'm worth more than 10%. Make it 15 and you've got me.
I guess I got you.
Oh, boy! Oh. I'm going to take Michael out to dinner to celebrate and to thank him for standing up for me. I'll use my first week's raise, so it'll be kind of your treat.
Stephanie, how was your first day?
As what? A receptionist, Dick's secretary, or your new maid?
Our new maid?
Yeah. I'm really back.
How did this happen?
Honey, it was awful. Stephanie's a terrible receptionist. Michael stuck me with the job of firing her, and I just didn't have the heart to not take her back here.
Well, I understand, Dick, but there is a problem.
What?
I hired a maid today. Now, don't worry, it was just on a trial basis, and it's not working out, but I can't bring myself to do the firing, could you?
I can't.
Oh, please, Dick.
Honey, one firing a day is enough. This one is yours.
Okay, I'll try.
Hey, boss. Joanna said you wanted to speak to me?
Meow.